To celebrate Jurassic June this month, I wanted to take a step back in time and look at some of the dinosaur movies, from some of the very earliest ones up until ones of recent times. We have to thank Nate Farrow over at Twitter for this. He came up with the hashtag Jurassic June in the wake of May the 4th, the big Star Wars thing that people do each year. And we wanted to have a whole month that's dedicated to, dinosaur-related subjects. So if you're going to, draw a picture or watch a movie and want to talk about it, or read a book and want to talk about it, through social networks, remember to put the hashtag Jurassic June, and then everyone can be involved. For me, this month, I wanted to look at dinosaur movies, as I've just said. And the first one on my list is the first film adaptation of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World, from 1925.
Dinosaurs have always been an important part of film. Even in the earliest years of the art form, they stomped their way through theatres. In 1914, there were two of them. Brute Force by D.W. Griffith, which was a story about cavemen and dinosaurs, and perhaps was the first live-action dinosaur film, and Gertie the Dinosaur, which was an animation film about a brontosaurus and her trainer. These two films were the starting point, where it all kicked off, and audiences fell in love with these prehistoric beasts, something which resonates even through to present day.
The Lost World from 1925 is one of those movies that pioneered an entire genre. Even compared to today's dinosaur movies, and being a product of the silent era, you still get that sense of adventure throughout. It's based off the novel of the same name, which I used to read all the time in middle school. The main character is a man called Professor Challenger, who is deemed by the science community as a nutcase after he claims that dinosaurs still live in untapped regions of the Amazon. A reporter wants to put Challenger's theories to the test and gets his newspaper to fund an expedition to travel to the Amazon to see if Challenger's claims are correct. Obviously, they turn out to be true, but the scale of the Lost World is more than they bargained for. It's a prehistoric wonderland with various species of dinosaur, cavemen, and even an active volcano. This film is fantastic, with thrills and spills throughout.
The special effects are by the granddaddy of stop-motion animation, Willis O'Brien. He is most famous for the stop-motion effects in 1933's King Kong, and being the sole inspiration for the stop-motion legend, Ray Harryhausen. In The Lost World, O'Brien was still perfecting the art. This can even be seen as the film progresses. In the beginning, it's mainly split screen whenever a dinosaur is next to a human, but by the end he blends the footage to create spectacular set pieces, like the brontosaurus running amok through London. This film is one of those that somehow avoided my radar as a child, and I never got to see it until I was around 19. I had heard its name and seen glimpses of it in documentaries, but as a kid, and before the time of the internet, keep in mind, I found it a tough cookie to find. The version I own is by Elstree Hill Entertainment and is 63 minutes long, but I have heard that there's a DVD which is 100 minutes long or so. Plus it is claimed that the film was longer at the time of release, so who knows if we'll ever get around to seeing a full final cut of this gem on DVD. But looking at it now, you can really feel the sense of history behind it and its strength still today. But if you haven't seen it, check it out. You can find it on the internet, even YouTube. So sink your claws in it, because this is what kickstarted the great relationship that is dinosaurs and films. Next we'll be looking at a movie that quite possibly might be the most important film of all time. And it includes a giant ape.